Jeff Wondra joins us today for Wheels with Wondra from Snell Motors on the corner of Madison Avenue and Highway 22 in Mankato. Good morning, Jeff.
Good morning.
Today is 55-mile-per-hour speed limit day today, ironically, with the music we use when Jeff visits us. It was on this day in 1974 that President Richard Nixon signed a bill requiring states to limit highway speeds to 55 miles per hour. That has since gone up because the safety of vehicles is quite a bit better. And today we're talking about, speaking of safety, this time of year, there are a lot of vehicles out there that do well no matter what the season is, but there are other times when you might have a vehicle that could really benefit from winter tires. Let's talk about those and what you guys can do to help out.
Yeah, I test drove a lot of pre-owned vehicles over the last couple weeks and noticed that tires, it seems to be the biggest issue with all these vehicles. People said, I just can't get around in the winter. You know, it's not that your four-wheel drive pickup truck is just a bad truck. It has bald tires. So tires is a huge, huge thing. So if you yourself in the past couple weeks have noticed that you're having a hard time stopping when you're pulling up to that stoplight and it just flicked red, having a hard time starting when you come to a complete stop and it's a little slick out, and you just constantly mash on the gas pedal and your wheels spin a little bit and you can't really get going, and then eventually you get going right before the next stoplight. Or you're sliding around when you're taking turns, left to right, and you're just uncomfortable driving when the weather is poor. Now, there's two things that are going to keep a person on the road. One is the StabiliTrak system, and almost every vehicle has that. But the other one is tires. In my opinion, it isn't the four-wheel drive or the all-wheel drive. It's just the tires and the stability control system. So if you want to just stay on the road, you need to focus on those two things. And since there's nothing you need to do with the StabiliTrak, that narrows it down to one. Now, if you've never driven a vehicle with winter tires, then you don't really know what you're missing. It's all just kind of like, it can't be that much better. So, I again, huge recommendation on trying that. We actually have a vehicle in our inventory with winter tires on it, so you can experience it right now. Now, winter tires, automatically you think snowfall. Well, there's no snow on the ground. I just kind of get by when there's snow on the ground, and then when it isn't, I survive. But it's not just for snow. It's also for cold weather driving, which it's 1,000 below right now, so that would qualify.
Approximately.
And wet roads. So when it's cold, just think of like the rubber on your tires. So you have regular tires. When it gets cold, they get really hard, and it's like sliding a brick across ice, right? Or with winter tires, you have really, really soft rubber. So again, let's say you're on a hockey rink and you have like these really, really soft rubber shoes. You're going to be able to stand up and not fall down as much as like these rock-hard dress shoes made of wood or something, right? You're just going to slide and fall over. Think of it that way. They excel under 40 degrees, and it's not just for rear-wheel drive vehicles or two-wheel drive vehicles. You can also put these on four-wheel drive and all-wheel drive vehicles, and I guarantee that you're going to notice a difference in just your stability situation staying on the road. So if you're slipping and sliding around, and you've ever heard, well, if it wasn't winter, you'd be all right, but being that it's cold out with the snow, you should probably get your tires done a little early. Why? Why wouldn't you just get winter tires, keep those tires that you don't need to replace, and put them back on once it gets a little bit warmer out? So if you ever heard those situations, if you are slipping and sliding around, please come in and at least get a price quote on what a set of winter tires would be, and then you can change those out. Just bring them in. They put them in bags for you, put them in the back of your car, take them home, store them in your garage. But then you can flip them in and out. Instead of buying tires every 2-3 years, you buy tires every 6 years. So again, please stop by, take a look, get a price quote, see what they cost, and if you want to drive one for experience, we can do that too.
All right, 1,000 below, so it's good to have a showroom that's 1,075 degrees warmer than that on the corner of Madison Avenue and Highway 22 in Mankato. So if you are out doing some shopping, you don't have to do it outside. You can do it indoors at Snell. Jeff Wondra with us today. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Wheels with Wondra here on Minnesota 93 happens every Tuesday in the 8 o'clock hour.